So welcome to this video. In this video we will discuss about the various symbols and notations regarding BJT. So this is the symbol used for an NPN transistor. As you can see, the collector and emitter terminals look similar except for the direction of this arrow mark, and the arrow mark indicates the direction of actual current flow when emitter base junction is forward biased. This is an NPN transistor, so emitter is N, base is P, and collector is N. So when you forward bias the emitter base junction, as you know, when a PN junction is forward biased, current will be flowing from P material to N material. So this red arrow indicates the direction of actual current flow. So that is indicated by this arrow mark. So similarly, for an PNP transistor, this is the symbol. So the only difference between these two is the direction of this arrow mark. So here also you can see for PNP transistor, emitter is P material, base is N, collector is P. So the direction of actual current flow will be P to N, or emitter to base, when this junction is forward biased. So that is indicated by this arrow mark. So that is the meaning of this arrow mark in the symbol of BJT. Now coming to the voltage conventions used. So there are three voltages in this particular three voltages are marked in this symbol. So whenever I say VBE in this course, VBE, it means the base to emitter voltage with base positive and emitter negative. Okay, base to emitter voltage with base positive and emitter negative. Then VCE is the collector to emitter voltage with collector assumed to be at higher potential with respect to emitter. This is the convention used. Then VCB is collector to base voltage with this polarity. This is C is positive, B is negative. So these are the three voltages that we will use. Then the current conventions we have already seen in the previous video. For an NPN transistor, emitter current will be going out of emitter terminal, and collector current and base current will be coming into the respective terminals. Okay, this is the conventions used for current flow. Now there are two important parameters for transistor. One is alpha and another one is beta. So first we will look at what is alpha. So this equation we have already seen in the previous class. IC is equal to alpha IE plus IC BEO. So I can rewrite it as alpha equal to IC minus IC BO by IE. So if I consider only majority carrier current flow, then I can neglect ICBO, since ICBO is the reverse leakage current due to minority carriers, so it can be taken as 0. So alpha will become IC by IE. So if this is discarded, then alpha can be defined as the ratio of DC collector current to DC emitter current considering only majority carriers. So some authors will use the symbol alpha DC to indicate that it is the ratio of DC currents. So we are reserving this capital letters for DC currents. Okay, so that is about alpha. Alpha has another name, DC current gain from emitter to collector. So it is a ratio of two currents, so it is a current gain. Then output is collector terminal and input is emitter terminal. So collector to emitter, DC current gain from emitter to collector. Emitter to collector, what is the gain that you will see in the current? Then there is one more parameter, that is beta. So we will see what is beta. So beta is defined as the ratio of DC collector current to DC base current considering only majority carrier current flow. Okay, here also we are considering only the majority carriers. Now some others will use the symbol beta DC, since these currents are DC values. Okay, so we can deduce a relationship between beta and alpha. So you know alpha is IC divided by IE. Okay, so what is 1 by alpha? 1 by alpha is IE by IC, and IE is nothing but IC plus IB that we have seen in the previous class. So this is nothing but 1 plus IC by IC is 1, IB by IC, 1 plus IB by IC. So what is 1 plus, what is IB by IC? IB by IC will be 1 by beta. IC by IB is beta. So this is 1 by beta. So 1 by alpha is nothing but 1 plus 1 by beta. So you can write alpha as beta divided by beta plus 1. So that is one relation which will be useful. Then there is you can make another relation from this. 1 by alpha minus 1 is equal to 1 by beta. Okay, so 1 minus alpha by alpha is 1 by beta, or beta is alpha by 1 minus alpha. That is another relationship. Now we will write our previous one equation that we have introduced. We can rewrite it in terms of beta. That is, I am referring to this equation. IC is equal to alpha IE plus IC BO. Okay, here I can replace IE by IC plus IB plus IC BO. Now this is alpha IC plus alpha IB plus IC BO. So I can write 1 minus alpha into IC is equal to alpha IB plus IC BO. So IC is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha into IB plus 1 by 1 minus alpha IC BO. So alpha by 1 minus alpha is nothing but beta, so it is beta IB. So you can see that 1 by 1 minus alpha will be beta plus 1, that you can check. If you take beta plus 1, you will get 1 by 1 minus alpha from this expression. So this is another important relation. IC is equal to beta IB plus beta plus 1 ICBO. This also we will use in the coming classes. So thank you for your patience and attention. We can continue this in the next video.